Johannes Eriwn Rommel served the Wehrmacht, German armed forces, in World War I and World War II. He was highly decorated in World War I, but he came into his own during World War II. One of the greatest tank commanders of all time, he showed what blitzkrieg was in the French campaigns on the Western Front and early in the World War II. But he perfected his art of blitzkrieg in North African campaign, where he earned the name Der Wüstenfuchs, the Desert Fox. To his British adversaries, he had a reputation for chivalry and respect, known for fighting a clean war, so to speak. In February of 1941, Rommel was given command of the new Afrika Corps, consisting of the 15th and 21st Panzer Divisions. Although he was under the command of an Italian General Garibaldi. Though Rommel rarely did as he was told, for he had his own agenda and his own fighting style. Rommel took to the offensive right out the gate instead of taking a defensive stance. He surprised the British, driving them all the way back to Tobruk. After a few failed attempts on taking Tobruk, Rommel was then appointed commander of Panzer Army Africa, consisting of the 15th and 21st Panzer Divisions, the 90th Light Division, 4 Italian divisions, 2 Italian Armored Divisions, and the Allied forces now opposing Rommel was the British 8th Army. Tobruk saw days of heavy fighting between the two armies, where the British lost 530 tanks to Rommel's 100. Rommel's pursuit of the 8th Army showcased his tactical brilliance when time and again he swung around the 8th Army defenses through the edge of the Katara Depression with a right hook, turning north into the 8th Army and smashing them in their flanks or in their back. Rommel consistently had supply issues and was constantly harassed by Royal Air Force since Allies had air superiority over the desert. But despite these issues, he drove 8th Army all the way back into El Alamein, where the British Army decided to make a stand. In the first battle of El Alamein, there was fierce fighting for days, but Rommel finally retreated. Then at the second battle of El Alamein, many of the same losses were felt by both armies. Rommel retreated again to Tunisia, where reinforcements met him with the 10th Panzer Division, but also waiting for him was American U.S. II Corps. At the Kasserine Pass, Rommel routed the U.S. Army and then turned back on the 8th Army, driving them back once again. Rommel was best known for surprising his enemies by creating an air of uncertainty amidst battle and then hitting them in the mouth with lightning fast tactics. This showcased his offensive strategy. Rommel led from the front, earning his men's respect and admiration. He was unbending, tough in manner to superiors as well as subordinates. He was even disobedient to Hitler when he felt it was due and when he saw fit. To his adversaries, there has been some controversy, but most say he was a chivalrous, humane, and professional officer garnering admiration for his troops as well as enemies alike. In one instance, Rommel withheld Hitler's commando order from Army Group B, dictating that the death of any captured commandos, but Army Group B never received those orders, so they treated the commandos like regular POWs. Rommel also forbade his son from joining the SS due to their atrocities. Rommel was a father of blitzkrieg in France, where he showed his tactical brilliance, but he perfected his tactical brilliance in the North Africa campaign. His command style was daring, charismatic, with an air of mobile lethality. Yet all of his accomplishments in Africa Corps, there was hardly any strategic resources, nay logistics, which hindered Rommel's tactical flexibility. The Rommel myth is debated by historians today, but I believe the best judges of Rommel's character was his British counterparts, who considered Rommel a good German. A testament to his legacy was at the Gulf War's Battle of 73 Eastling, when U.S. Armored Division smashed the Iraqi Republican Guard with one of Schwarzkopf's left hooks. Some of the Iraqi soldiers who were captured surrendered to the U.S. 7th Corps. These Iraqis were loaded into a command and control Bradley, where one of the senior Iraqi officers saw a picture of Rommel inside of the Bradley and asked in perfect English, "Why do you have a picture of your World War II adversary?" The captain of the Bradley said, "Well, if you had studied Rommel a little more, you wouldn't have asked that question. You would already have the answer." The answer was 7 Corps patterned themselves after Rommel's Africa Corps, using Rommel's tactics and strategies. Field Marshal Rommel was surrounded by controversy due to his being Field Marshal Rommel was surrounded by controversy due to being a Nazi field marshal, but his command, in my personal opinion, was a very tactical and brilliant, battle-centric command in both offensive and defensive strategies. Being one of the fathers of the blitzkrieg in France, then perfecting it in North Africa, politics aside, the Desert Fox was one of the greatest tank commanders, military commanders of all time. And it was a tragedy that he was given a forced suicide due to his supposed involvement in the attempt on Hitler's life. But if Rommel was the father of the blitzkrieg, my next general was the master of the blitzkrieg. So join us next time, and thank you once again for listening. On behalf of all of us, we bid you good day. Thank you, and we will see you next time. Big Duke 6 out.